What's going on, guys? Welcome to the vlog. This is episode 3 of Demo Bird. We got a lot of stuff we need to do to this. Need to finish up that interior, disable the airbags, and start planning out our door reinforcement along with the window net. That's what we needed to do. So, not only that, but we just got back from a trip that you guys will see in a little bit. And the trailer needs some love. So, at about 80 miles an hour through 4 different states, we were not easy on this thing, and apparently the paint on the fender didn't like us too much. So, we went ahead and got some Herculiner, bed truck liner, just a normal kit that they have. It's like 75 bucks. And some sanding pads from Milwaukee, so we can go ahead and sand down those fenders, get them all Herculined up. We're going to be doing this in between working on the Demo Bird. So basically just hitting it with a few coats, you know, once in a while we're working on this thing. So we're going to back the Demo Bird up, start working on it right now. So of course, nothing is as easy as it seems. We went ahead and started sanding the fender and noticed that it kept flaking. So I guess this wasn't really prepped right. So we resorted to something else for the moment. What is this? It's like an epoxy. It's not even paint.
This is like melted Crayola or something.
So this is probably actually going to be quicker than actually sanding everything. So we're going to scrape both fenders. Well, Danny's going to work on scraping both fenders. I'm going to work on disconnecting the battery, getting that airbag unplugged. And oh, I got to show you guys too. This came out of the Bird, the race car. Which is funny because I found this it's the same wheel at Pep Boys a couple weeks after that I really noticed it. But we went ahead and gave it the same touch of that teal and pink that we're going for on that Miami Vice theme. So I'm going to go ahead and check in with you guys once we got some stuff going on with the trailer. And hopefully when I got that steering wheel on the car ready. All right, update time. As you can hear behind me, Danny's having a blast over with the fenders. I got the airbag pulled off. It was 2 easy T30 Torx bolts on the back of the wheel. I actually used a crank balancer puller to pull the steering wheel off. That's just what I had laying around. But the steering wheel came out awesome. I think it's a really nice touch. It brings the color from the outside of the car to the inside. I'm gonna give you guys a look at it right now. As you can tell, I really cared about the overspray and what was going on in there. So I'm gonna work on pulling apart the passenger side airbag right now, then pulling the seats, carpet, and getting all that stuff out of there. And we'll just check in with Danny because I feel like he's gonna be here for a while.
This is definitely funner than driving to Texas.
Again, you guys will see the reason why we drove to Texas in a future episode. Believe me, you're gonna wanna see this. But, well, Danny, I'm gonna leave you to it because it looks like you're gonna be here for a while.
Bring me a couple extra batteries.
The 5.0, what's it doing? Give the viewers an update. How long you been doing this?
About like 30 minutes now.
At least.
I got 1 bar left still.
Okay, so the palm sander does eat battery. I thought it was gonna be a little bit better than that.
Bring me a 12.0.
Also, that thing weighs like crazy. It's in your hand. You want the 12.0? All right. So, Danny says he wants the 12.0. This thing is awesome. Ton of amps. However, this is the most gigantic battery you will ever see in your life for Milwaukee. I don't know if they're going to come out with another one that's bigger than this. I don't see why. This thing literally weighs like a pound and a half.
They come out with a bigger battery so they didn't have wheels on it.
More than likely. Well, Danny said he wanted the 12.0, so let's see how his wrist is feeling in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and check in back with you guys as soon as I have the passenger side airbag pulled out and I start ripping the interior out of this thing. So upon further investigation with the passenger side airbag, not gonna be as easy a scenario as the driver's side. The actual airbag itself is too big to fit out of that compartment, so you need to put that down. We're not doing that. I'm not gonna allow it.
I'm taking the airbag out.
Put it down. I'm gonna go with I can unplug it, and I'm gonna consider that it being what's the word they said?
Disabled.
Disabled. Okay, I'm gonna consider that being disabled, even though I don't think the airbag system will work right now with the driver's side unplugged.
The entire vehicle's disabled.
It's not disabled yet. It might be. We're gonna find out. So
We did find a souvenir CD
we did find a souvenir
in the
CD.
radio.
It was a 5-finger death punch.
Never heard of that in my life. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. That's not my thing.
So we actually had a, I guess that would be considered what, our first fan?
Follower?
First follower, one of our real first followers, I guess. The original owners of this car reached out to us and said that they had a few sentimental items in the car that they'd like. So we're going to go ahead and mail those to them. Should I send them some Theory shirts?
I think that's the least we can do. We got a few of them laying around.
So I got some extra Theory shirts. I'm going to go ahead and mail those to you as well. You'll probably receive them well before this video comes out. But if you're still watching, just know that we appreciate you. Every view, every like, everything counts. And it'll be part of growing this channel in the future.
And please don't hate us. Please don't be mad at us.
Please.
This is all out of fun.
Yeah.
And this is part of what we do here. We have fun.
Yep. So, like we said, we're going to make some good memories with this car. When we're done with it, we're going to see what's left and what we can part out and use. We already took off the manual mirrors. We still need to get the manual door cards and a few other odds and ends off of here. I'm going to work on removing the seats already and getting the center console out. That way I can start working on getting the carpet and get a little bit better angle underneath the dash there to go ahead and unplug that passenger side airbag. So I've made some good progress on the interior of the Demo Bird. We got pretty much the front and rear seats taken out, as you can imagine. Carpet from a car. It's a 1997 model year. Is nicely put, disgusting. So I vacuumed that all up before I kept moving around in there. I mean, it was all pretty straightforward, but I bet you can tell where Danny still is. So
I'm on the other freaking side. Give me some credit.
looks like a murder scene here with some weird epoxy paint or whatever they had here. But good thing we went ahead and took care of this right now, because I'm going to show you on this fender. This only had a couple pinholes in it. It really didn't have, you know, the holes that the other side did. And look at this rust that's already starting to form.
No, it is rusted everywhere.
It has rust
under the paint.
All over this. So that paint really didn't adhere too well. Like I said, it was probably an epoxy base.
Folks, this trailer's not even a year old.
No, it's not. I've had this trailer for, I want to say 8 or 9 months, something like that. So good thing we noticed this when we did. Obviously, this trailer is going to be with us for a long time. That's what I bought it for. Its intent is to stay with me forever as my do-it-all trailer. So we need to do whatever we can to keep this thing mint on the road and giving us 0 issues. So while Danny keeps scraping away his life over here, I'm going to go ahead and work on removing the center console, getting some of this carpet out of here. Yeah, that's also one of the rules for Cleetus Cars Demo drags. I guess I'll go ahead and get to work and check back in once I got the center console out. All right, so after seemingly what took forever, got the interior out. This side is pretty jank. The other side is super clean. Almost feel bad because this would probably be a really clean base for an LS swap, like for somebody in the north that was cheap, no rust. So that being said, all the interior's out of the car. So you guys know what time it is. I gotta go to the other side of the warehouse over here, find my Jazz. This is gonna be the most legit demo car ever. I gotta figure out which bracket is the driver's side. We can only run 1 seat. I would like to put in both, but they do not allow any passenger seats. Now, okay, so you know how they say hindsight is 20/20, right? So we bought this Herculiner at our local advanced discount auto part.
The very advanced.
The very advanced one. So we opened the can, which clearly says do not shake.
So we didn't shake it.
So we didn't shake it. So we opened it. all the rubber is on the bottom. Absolutely everything. So Danny had to come up with something to mix it with since we don't have a paint mixer here. And it kind of just fell off the drill.
It's here though.
So he's fishing it out, but that was a disc brake pad spreader type tool. So we finally got, well, Danny finally got these fenders all cleaned up to a good enough point where we're going to be ready to start rolling. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it for that. I'll show you guys as soon as I have this seat installed. So we have an absolute mess in the shop right now with all this stuff going on. The paint on the fenders of the trailer actually looks pretty good. I hope it dries like this. It looks like it will. I'm going to be very happy with that if it stays just like that. Also, we got all the interior ripped out of the demo bird, most of it. I mean, the only thing I have left to do really is pull the manual door cards, pull the glass out because I don't want any glass on the driver or passenger side. We need to make the window net, but this is stuff that's relatively simple. All right, so we got the Jazz Racing seat in, the Grant GT Pep Boy Special.
And Brenda went on a serious diet.
Brenda, I think Brenda lost about 200 pounds. I don't know if that offsets me too much, but we'll see. Anyway, this will be pretty much the final episode until you see us loading this thing up for Cleetus and Cars, getting it ready to take over to Bradenton, and see what we can do and have some fun. So until then, we're going to clean up the disaster of the shop. We'll catch you guys next time.